Everyone, welcome to the food production class. In this video we are going to discuss and learn about the sandwiches. So sandwich is a food typically consists of vegetables like meat or cheese and places between the two slices of the bread. More generally, any dish wherever the bread served as in container or wrap for another food type. The sandwich is a slated staple diet of the American lunchtime. Origin of the sandwich. The bread includes the convenience food known as the word sandwich may be have originated as a story about a John Motunga. He didn't really invent the sandwich, but uh, he may help in made it popular. It is said that approx 1760 he asked for the meat to be served in the between the slice of bread and to avoid interrupting a gambling. Okay, so this story may have rumor and maybe I get a adverse propaganda, but about this reveals it can make a popular the sandwich. The first sandwich, it said that Jewish Rabbi Hillel elder, who reported that the Passover tradition putting lamb and mixing nuts and herbs between two pieces of bread in that middle age. Okay, the people used to thick slice of bread called trencher to double as a plate on which they place cooked and meats and vegetable, a kind of a open sandwich, although they probably didn't eat us that bread. The Dutch also have a long tradition of serving bread and butter with the meat and fish or with the delicious fillings and topping. So this is the story of originating and the what are the sandwiches are. So main uh, part of the sandwich to through that we make the sandwich. There are four types. Okay, so four parts are there like bread, spread, filling and garnishing. So we will discuss with all four parts of the sandwich. First we will discuss the bread. The various types of bread can be used to make a sandwich, and the type of bread has a dramatic effect or to finish the sandwich, and also give the quality of the bread gives a good texture and the taste to the sandwich. The sandwich bread is the bread that is prepared specifically for the sandwiches. Okay, the types of sandwich breads, there are lots of sandwich types of sandwich breads are available. Okay, sandwich bread may be formulated to uh, on 1 2 3 point of basis. Like first, the slice can be sliced easily, cleanly, okay, uniformly. We can equally slice at the all breads, and they have the fine crumb and the light texture in that bread, so that will be very good for the sandwich breads. So we will discuss the for some types of the sandwich bread. First we discuss about the rye bread. The when the Dutch and the English settle in the would become the United States, means they when they introduce the rye grain to the United States, the bakers combine the rye with the wheat flour to make a rye bread. Okay, so there are a number of rye bread types of rye breads available in that grocery store of the sourdough, which is with the burger patty of the filling, the name of the Frisco burger. Okay, got its name from its sourness, which is associated with the San Francisco. Reported say that earlier the history said that the Egyptian discovered that process making of the sourdough. Okay, the sourdough comes from the start, and the starter dough originated from the previous batch of the bread. The sourdough is not like the white bread; it is very chewy in the crusty bread. Focaccia bread. Focaccia is the Asian flatbread, and previously that bread was unleavened, but now today's baker also adding the leavening agent in the focaccia bread. Okay, the focaccia breads are distinct flavored and textured through that they added the herbs and the cheese and the olive to that bread. The focaccia becomes a dominated taste factor in the sandwich in comparison to the other bread. Pita pita bread is the round and flat, which is type of unleavened bread popular in the Mediterranean and Middle Eastern cuisine. When you once split in half, the soft and mildy flavor of bread reveals a pocket that can hold the fillings and vegetables and sauces. White bread, the whole, or we can say the whole wheat bread, are typically referred to the breads entirely made from the wheat flour, which is very commonly used as the sandwiches. Brown bread, brown bread is a little different from the white bread, which is used because of the significant amount of the whole grain flour, usually wheat, used in that bread. okay, and sometimes dark colored ingredients such as caramel or coffee, it is also used as the sandwich bread. Selection of the bread. The bread selection are using for making sandwich chosen very carefully. So there are few points to select a bread. Like I always select a fresh bread that has a close, smooth crumb and good flavor and moisture. The bread should be capable of being picked up without any bending or losing the filling. The bread should be around 12 years old when making a sandwich, and otherwise it will be too soft. Okay, so the thickness range should be 5 and half inches, the most commonly used for the sandwiches. The storage and the handling of the bread. Purchase only the amount of bread you can be used in a one day. That will be enough for the making of sandwiches. If excess bread is purchased, the old and new supply should be separated for each day. The store soft crushed bread in the original wrapper, and when okay, and we talk about the hard cut bread may be stored with or without wraps. Okay, bread should be best stored in the room temperature. So that is about the bread, which is very good impact and very key ingredient for the making a sandwich. Okay, without breads we can't make a sandwiches. Now we talk about the spreads. Okay, the sandwich spread is separatable condiment used in the sandwiches in addition to more solid ingredients. The main function of the spread is to hold the filling and the bread together. It also forms a protective layer on the bread and prevents it from getting soggy and the moisture in the filling. Moreover, it adds it to taste of the sandwiches, and the case of the children contribute the nutrient value. Some of the spreads like a plain butter, compound butter, mayonnaise derivatives, low fat spreads can be used as the spreads to the breads. Okay, the storage and the handling of the bread. Many sandwich spreads can be risked of spoiling quickly, which should be completely avoided. Spreads such as peanut butter and the jam can last for 1 year, but long way spoiling them earlier than expected to be keeping bottle tightly closed with the protect it and keep from early spoiling. So spreads should be stored under refrigerator to inhibit microbial growth. Mayonnaise, if commercially procured, should be refrigerated on. Open or cross contaminant should be avoided while using a spread. Okay, so that is about the bread and the spreads. In the next video, we will continue with the sandwiches.